The one-day seminar is organized by the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution, Ipcr. Themed Bridging Dialogue Through Scholarly Exchange is on how to effectively address the complexities of peace and conflict resolution. The seminar brought together a diverse group of experts and stakeholders to explore innovative approaches to conflict resolution and peace building through the exchange of scholarly insights and practical experiences. Professor F.M. Ubi, Director of Studies at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, emphasized the critical need to foster greater collaboration and knowledge sharing between security agencies, academics, researchers, and practitioners in the field.
It is high time we move away from propaganda, from what the Western media want us to understand about China-Africa relations. How do we do that? Africans should begin to talk about their relationship with China. Now, in doing that, we should also move away from the discourses on China's expanding role in Africa or China's interest in Africa. We should be looking at Africa's role in China. Africa's interests in even the Chinese expanding or expansion in Africa.
Other participants at the seminar echoed Professor Ubi's sentiments, highlighting the importance of adopting more proactive measures in exploring the possibility of bridging dialogue through scholarly exchange. They strongly believe that Nigeria stands a better chance to benefit immensely from countries like China, considering its vast technological advancement, among others.
There is no better relationship, in terms of people-to-people diplomacy. That is, we want to see more Nigerians visit China. We want to see more Chinese visit Nigeria, and the same thing, more Africans visit China and more Chinese visit Africa. Because the more I understand you, the better it is that we relate. So people-to-people diplomacy is at the heart of it. Why the states, in terms of nation states, are engaged. The governments are engaged, government to government. There is need for more people-to-people understanding. Journalists, from Africa, journalists from China, and like that.
At my own university, if you're going from Nigeria to Badagry, for example, the road that you're taking would actually be built by either a German Julius Berger or a CCC, a Chinese company. But many of those realities may be lost if we don't have a kind of magazine like what their aspiration to bring, conversations together to let us understand the positives, like I've said, but also the negatives that we also need to have a conversation about.
I think it's time for we Africans or we Nigerians to actually talk about how we feel about the Chinese in our presence. What contributions have the Chinese done for us? What is the impetus? How do we feel them? How do we see them? We consider the pros and cons. What development patterns have they brought? What can we learn from them and what can we gain from them? Likewise also in China, in Sino-African relationship, we talked about the concept of the importance of think tanks in the last few discussions.
One common denominator among participants at the seminar is that knowledge sharing is capable of sparking new conversations and creative approaches to peace building. Love Uyuduku for Cable News 24.